London. This is your second full year at ECU, and you're now adjusting to a full off season with a different staff. How's it been in the off season?
I feel like we've done a good job in the off season. I feel like I've got even more comfortable since this is my second year. So I feel like I got accustomed to my home now. So I feel like we've done a great job. The coaches have done a great job with us in the off season and bringing all the people along, freshmen along.
Yeah.
And just making sure everybody knows the playbook and stuff like that. So I feel like they've done a good job with that.
Well, then a question for you, Parker. You're coming from a previous rival of ECU.
Yeah.
What came into your decision-making process to come here?
I feel the biggest part was Coach Freeman. He was my OC in high school. So
Okay.
Another thing was that he was the first one to contact me. So that bond that we created, and that was the first thing that kicked in. And when I came down here to visit, it just felt like love. So that was a big thing.
And I'll stay over here with you. You had a really good year in 2023 rushing, and you didn't have any drops. I saw on the stat sheet. So how do you think you'll be used most here? I mean, it should be a running back by committee. A lot of great guys in the room.
Really just. It's hard to say, especially coming into a new offense, but just where I can fit in, wherever I need to be. Like, we always talk about knowing your role, whether that's the lead guy, whether that's backing up one of these two guys, because like you said, it's a competitive room.
Yeah.
So just finding my place in the role and just being the teammate that I can be, and when I get my opportunity, just making the most out of it.
And then back to you, London. How have you gone through the offseason with some of the new players, including Parker, because you've been here for a year and you've had a good relationship with Marlon Gunn? Just talk about your relationship with gelling the guys together, since you're one of the leaders in this room.
Yeah. So when Parker came in, Dewan and everybody, Eddie and everybody, I felt like we just came in with open arms. You know what I'm saying? And just made them feel comfortable. Like you said, it's competitive, but we still have that bond off the field. And I feel like that's going to help us moving forward.
And then last year you averaged, I saw 5.1 yards per carry. Has there been anything you've been working on in particular? I mean, that's a great season, but any specific things you've been working on in the offseason?
Get my pads down, running through contact, making people miss and stuff like that. I feel like the team's been done a good job helping me with that. Online, we talking stuff with that, protection-wise. I got to get better at that. So, it's a lot of moving parts that goes into it.
And then for both of you, do you guys have any certain either yourself expectations for yourself or for the team?
I just want us to have a good season. I try not to have too many self goals, but I do have some self goals. Of course.
Yeah.
I would like to have 1,000 yards, of course. You know what I'm saying, over 1,000. But team goals is more important to me. So I just I hope we can have a great season. 10 plus wins, and just strive together as a team.
All right.
For me, I would say team goals. Of course, get to the playoffs. That's the biggest piece. I've always wanted to do that, be a winning program. For me personally, that's always a running back's goal, 1,000 yards. That's every running back's goal. But when you have a competitive room, it's hard to get that. But like I said, just finding my role. If it's 1,000, it's 1,000. If it's more, it's more. If it's less, it's less. But I feel like contributing to the team is gonna happen. Whether it's gonna happen in the way that I want it, or in the time that it happens. But that, like I said, that biggest thing for me, the team just to continue to gel. I feel like we've been doing that great in the fall camp, just continuing to gel, and throughout the season, it's going to be up and downs. Whether we go on a 10-game winning streak and we lose that one, allow us not to get too low and not get too high with the wins. Just being consistent and going week by week. As Coach Harold just told us, just focusing on the next game. Once that game's over, we'll focus on the next game. How can we get better? How can we fix the things that we fix those small things? Because the small things lead to bigger things, especially in the game. So.
All right, thank you both so much.